Welcome to the topic conversion of flip-flops. Conversion of flip-flops is necessary because sometimes less popular flip-flops are unavailable in market. So for compensation of unavailability of few flip-flop, we convert the available flip-flops into the desired flip-flops. Steps required for the conversion. First, decide the two flip-flop for the conversion. When mentioned SR to JK flip-flop, always the first flip-flop is the given flip-flop and the second one is the desired flip-flop. Second, draw the truth table combining the desired flip-flop characteristic table and given flip-flop excitation table. Third, write the K-maps for each output and obtain a simplified logic expression. Lastly, we draw the converted flip-flops logic diagram. Here are the prerequisites to understand conversion. Just have a basic knowledge of NAND gates. How does it work? A truth table. It's truth table working of SR NAND latch, SR JK flip-flop knowledge, and K-map knowledge. I will give short brief regarding the things involved in the conversion, although like a 10% knowledge is recommended. Main part of flip-flop conversion is obviously presence of flip-flop and latches. We know flip-flops are a fundamental unit of any memory. It stores a bit of information 0 and 1 in the sequential logic. Flip-flops are basically called as clocked latches. We will work on SR, stands for set and reset, and JK flip-flop as an example. This is an SR flip-flop circuit diagram. All flip-flop contain a latch. As you can see in this figure, an SR NAND latch is present inside the SR flip-flop. A latch consists of cross-coupled gates, and in the latch, the Q and Q bar output is always complementary to each other, that is opposite to each other. We are using NAND SR latch. In NAND gates, when any of its input is low, the output becomes high. Remember that. We use a clocking and gating mechanism in latch to convert into flip-flops. So SR flip-flop is basically a clocked SR latch. Let's take a look at the state table of SR latch. Remember, in combinational logic, we have truth table, but in sequential logic, we refer truth table as state table because we observe the state of the output. In the state table, input consists of S and R inputs. Outputs have Q and Q bar. At S equal to 0, R equal to 0, we never use this condition as Q and Q bar tries to become 1 at the same time and it's an invalid condition. SR latch sets itself when you apply logic 0 at the set input. And SR latch resets itself when you apply logic 0 at the reset input. At S equal to R equal to 1, there is no change in the output. See, observe the logic diagram. Initially, at S equal to 0, R equal to 1, the latch sets itself. Right? And when it is changed, when S is changed from 0 to 1, the previous memory still gives 0 as one of its inputs. So at the output, it still remains 1. So there is no change. It retained the memory. This in positive level triggered SR flip-flop, in front of you there's a SR flip-flop, which is a positive level triggered SR flip-flop. Always in a positive level positive level triggered SR flip-flop, this flip-flop works according to the level of clock signal. So here in the state table, at clock signal 0, there is going to be no change in the state, as latch inputs will be equal to 1, meaning no change condition in latch. When clock signal is 1, this flip-flop will work. So at S equal to R equal to 0, there will be no change in memory. At S equal to 0, R equal to 1, flip-flop will reset as latch R input is at logic 0, meaning reset condition in latch. At S equal to 1 and R equal to 0, it will set the flip-flop as latch S input is at logic 0, meaning set condition in the latch. At S equal to 1 and R equal to 1, this condition is avoided due to the racing in the inputs. JK has the same working as SR flip-flop. The only difference here is that in the diagram here, the outputs are fed back to the inputs to avoid racing condition. JK state table has similar outputs and inputs like SR flip-flop. Only at J equal to K equal to 1, the JK flip-flop behaves differently than the SR flip-flop. We will examine this unique condition. Suppose previous output stored is Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1. Then S equal to 0 and R equal to 1, and the outputs will be Q equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0, which is the inverted output of the previous outputs. And that's how it toggles in this condition, having no invalid state. Here is the characteristic table and excitation table definition. Characteristic table has inputs characteristic table says inputs are given in all possible combination and corresponding output is obtained to the RHS side of the characteristic table. Excitation table, as mentioned, defines the state of required inputs for a given change of state where output is given and we have to deduce the possible inputs for that output. Here is the characteristic table and excitation table of SR flip-flop. Characteristic table is similar to state table, only one column is added in input side, which is of the present state, Qn. Remember the state table of SR flip-flop very well when preparing the characteristic table. See, at S equal to R equal to 0, there is no change. Then output can be 0 or 1 depending upon the previous output. If Qn equal to 0, then Qn plus 1 equal to 0, and if Qn equal to 1, then Qn plus 1 will be equal to 1. At S equal to 0, R equal to 1, flip-flop resets itself. Remember? So, if Qn equal to 1, Qn plus 1 will be 0. And if Qn equal to 0, it will remain 0. At S equal to 1, R equal to 0, flip-flop sets itself. So, when Qn equal to 0, Qn plus 1 will become 1. And if Qn equal to 1, Qn plus 1 will become 1. At S equal to 1, R equal to 1, this state is pretty much avoided. So, irrespective of the previous output, the next state outputs are in don't care condition, meaning its input doesn't matter. Excitation table needs to be drawn taking characteristic table in mind. On LHS, outputs Qn, present state of output, and Qn plus 1, next state of output is to be written. And RHS has the flip-flop inputs. For SR flip-flop, S and R are the inputs. Once you fill the Qn and Qn plus 1 columns, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 like that, we will fill the S and R inputs accordingly. Look at the pink row of the excitation table. When Q remains unchanged, that is Qn is 0, it remains 0. Look for the similar condition in the characteristic table for reference. It is at S equal to 0, R equal to 0, and at S equal to 0 and R equal to 1. So you will write Sn as 0, but Rn can be 0 or 1. Always remember, when you find such input is having two different values, you will apply a cross over there in the excitation table. So for Sn, we will write 0, but for Rn, it will be in don't care condition, which is a cross, meaning its input doesn't matter. Let's understand another row highlighted in orange in the excitation table. When Q changes from 0 to 1, meaning it sets the flip-flop. It only happens when S equal to 1 and R equal to 0. So we write that. Next row highlighted in brown. When Q changes from 1 to 0, meaning it resets the flip-flop. This also happens only when S equal to 0 and R equal to 1. You can refer to the characteristic table. Now let's move to the next row. Next row highlighted in blue. When Q remains 1, at S equal to 0, R equal to 0, and at S equal to 1, R equal to 0, you observe this condition. So Rn will be 0, but Sn can be 0 or 1. So for Sn input, it will be in don't care condition, which is a cross again, meaning its input doesn't matter, and Rn will be 0. Now, let's move to the next flip-flop. In JK flip-flop, I recommend you to try writing the characteristic table and excitation table by yourself. Pause for 10 seconds or so and analyze these two tables. Keep one thing in mind, all you need is J, K and Qn as inputs and Qn plus 1 as outputs in your characteristic table, and you need to remember the state table of the JK flip-flop. In excitation table, Qn and Qn plus 1 column will remain the same and J and K inputs will be there. Let's take an example. Look into the excitation table second row, highlighted in orange. When Q changes from 0 to 1, it happens in two conditions. Under the set condition and when JK flip-flop toggles itself. In the orange rows of characteristic table, we find those two conditions. So now we will write J equal to 1 and K equal to cross. So analyze these rows and try it out yourself. So I hope till now you understood all the requirements of conversion. Let's move to the conversion procedure of SR to JK flip-flop. This is the general model for flip-flop conversion in which you always draw the available or given flip-flop, and according to the simplified expression, you draw gates to connect to the outputs. You will always have the data inputs of the desired flip-flop. Example, if JK flip-flop is our desired flip-flop, So J and K will be the data inputs. Use symbols of flip-flops when drawing. First step is to write the truth table. Always first write the desired flip-flop characteristic table, which is JK flip-flop over here. You can see LHS side in the black rectangular box is the characteristic table of JK flip-flop. And next you need to just combine the excitation table of the given flip-flop. Here is the given flip-flop as SR flip-flop. So fill the entries of the excitation table on the output side accordingly. Step 2 is to draw the K-map for our two outputs S and R. J, K, Qn. They are the three inputs. Qn plus 1 is just a next state. So it's not actually involved in our inputs. Now 3 variable. So we will draw 3 variable K-map and follow the sequence of gray code. What's gray code? See 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. And for J0, 1 we write outside the column. Now what we do next is we follow the gray code and then we group adjacent ones to obtain the simplified expression in SOP form. We can also group don't care conditions as well, but it's not actually necessary to group them. We fill the entries this way. See, J equal to 0, K, Qn equal to 0, 0. Look into the truth table at 0, 0, 0. See, S is equal to 0. Now, J is equal to 0 and K, Qn equal to 0, 1. So in truth table 0, 0, 1, we get S is equal to X, which is a cross. Similarly, at J equal to 1, you can see K, Qn equal to 0, 0. So 1, 0, 0, look into the table, we get S equal to 1. Same you fill the rest of the entries to deduce the outputs of S and R as follows. Now you get a simplified expression. S is equal to J, Qn bar and R equal to KQN bar. So final S output is JQN bar and KQN bar when you simplify the expression. So in the last and the final step, we draw the logic diagram. First draw the available flip-flop, that is the SR flip-flop. Since S is equal to J dot Qn bar and R equal to K dot Qn, it is AND operation. So we will introduce two AND gates in our data inputs. Connect the J and K as one of the inputs of two AND gates, and then we connect Qn bar to the upper AND gates input and Qn to the lower AND gates input. And that is how we finally converted the SR flip-flop into JK flip-flop. If you understood the conversion concept, you can try out different flip-flop conversion. Hope you liked this and thank you for listening.